Oh, good evening, good evening, good evening. I am, please forgive my delay. Um, I'm sorry, guys. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hope everyone is doing. Y'all, this little gray is really my gray hair is trying to come out, and they effing with me. Um, so. Um, I hope everyone is doing well. Just a second, guys. It's been a long day. I hope everyone is doing well. It has been a crazy, crazy, crazy uh, week and afternoon. To say it's just Wednesday. Yeah, you early. What's going on, mister? What you doing on here all early? It has been a crazy week, evening. We're fighting a lot of things going on here, but it's all good. So, Mr. Johnson, good evening. I just want to tell everyone hello. It is a beautiful day in Zamunda, uh, regardless to what. Let me tell you something, girl, Pam, while I got these people here on this live. So, y'all look, ain't no what, girl. So, y'all look. So, y'all know how I am. Those that know me know how I am about drinking my water. I always got water. I always got water. So no, so I have this. I take this big cup of water with me every day, right? Big thing of water. So I go to pick up my water. You hear me? My world.
What's yours is mine. What's mine.
Somebody ringing the doorbell. That is it. Reba here, baby. So I go to pick up what is my water. And when I go to pick up my water, girl Pam has put lemon in my water, knowing good well and hell that I hate lemon in my water. That was the most disgusting thing. I like water. I don't like nothing flavoring my water, all them flavors and drinks and all that mess y'all be doing. I don't like none of that. I like water. But anyway, good evening, good evening, good evening. Mr. Johnson said he caught that alert and came on.
But did you drink the pop?
No, I didn't. I spit that shit out, and their cup is sitting over there. So, girl Pam, hey hon, how
Hi,
you doing?
I'm good. How are
How's your
you?
day?
Wonderful.
Good, good. Did
Bet
you
I
go
ain't gonna
see
say it.
Marianne Glam Studios?
I did.
Okay, let's see. You got something new done with your nails? Okay, okay. You doing something a little new? I got you. I got you. I see you. Um,
Wait. We got to shout out the new Deltas in the
Oh,
city.
congratulations to the newest members of the Divine Nine, the newest members of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority
The 98
Incorporated,
degrees of
98
distinction.
degrees of distinction. Congratulations for crossing those
Burning
burning
sands.
sands. I'm sure Girl Happy is happy to have 98 new. Are they still initiates or what are they now? Now that they've
They're
crossed,
not
they're
initiates,
not
they're new
initiates.
members.
They're new members.
Neos.
They're neos. Okay, educate us all. Yes, lemon is a natural cleanser. I will eat lemon. I will eat a piece of lemon. I don't like anything in my water. I don't like anything flavoring my water but ice, mister. I cannot stand it. I like water. Water.
This
Look,
my lemon
see,
water right
look,
here.
look.
This it?
See what I'm talking about? Ugh, it's
Nothing wrong with it.
disgusting.
Nothing wrong with it.
Disgusting. We have had so many different things going on here around the world. It has just every time I go and I start topics, then something else happens. So tonight we have so many things that I want to discuss. I have to discuss the educator. Yes, I am a water snob. Sorry. Um,
She is.
she love it. I taste like water. Anyway, we have so much to discuss. There's so many things. One of the topics for tonight is about passive aggressive wording, um, especially coming from ladies when they're dealing with our black men. or our men in general, but passive aggressive wording. I also have to speak on a topic that really touched me this week, and shout out to my best friend, Andrea Cleveland, as she's known on the Book of Faces. Shout out to her because she's having a rough week. Working, good evening. Working in the school system is not for the faint of heart. It's not for the weak. And my best friend has been working with Cattle Parish School Board for the last 10 years. And when I say she does an exceptional and amazing job for the families and students of Oak Park Elementary, and yes, I'm saying this on live, and if you all don't like it, deal with it, report it, delete me, whatever. She does an amazing job with the families of Oak Park Elementary School. She goes above and beyond the call of duty. And I just have to send her a shout out and let her know that I love her. We support her 150,000%, and it will get better. Keep smiling. We appreciate you and we love you. So with that, what's good? Good evening, Amy. Good evening, Sharika. Good evening,
Hey,
Shan.
Sharika.
Um, Amy Davis Turner, I'm about to mute and delete you and block you if you put that nonsense and foolishness on there again. What is she talking about? Anyway, with that being said, let me get started with this first topic. Fellas, I know my fellas are a little late coming in, but I have to ask this question. Ladies and fellas, what would you do or how would you feel if one of your, especially Amy Davis Turner, since she does work in the school system, how would you feel if one of your male students' father did not allow you to discipline his sons or to speak to his sons because women have no authority or voice within his household? How would you, Mr. Johnson? I got the fellas on here. I know some more fellas on here. How would you feel, girl Pam? So if you were married to a man, let's just say hypothetically, she married to
Back
the
in the
best thing.
day when I
No,
was
they don't count. She married to the best thing since light bread, as you colored people call it. How would you feel if your husband did not allow you to discipline your son and did not allow you to speak to men or boys in his presence because women hold no authority within your household? Good evening, Denise.
First of all, anything
Why you always
that
start with
I give life to, I have every authority to speak on it and give my opinion. Do you understand me? Anything that I carry for 9 months, 40 weeks, and give life to, I have every right
hold on, y'all?
to
She took this
speak
personal. Wait a minute.
on. Do
Wait,
you
wait.
understand me? Anything that I give life to, them two children that I brought into this world, and any other child that I am currently helping speaking life
Hey,
into,
why you on 10?
I'm
Did
just
that
saying
touch you?
that
Did this
touched
touch
my
you?
whole spirit when you called and told me that this man had the audacity to say that she did not have the right to discipline a child because women have no authority. First of all, that woman that is his current wife, I am praying for her and I pray for her on that day. Because if I am in a household where a man tells me that I cannot even speak or don't even have a voice on my own child that I brought into this world, she needs prayer. Because what
And
type
two to
of
the bread box because she need to wake
but
up.
she needs some prayer because what type of household and what is she
Hey
dealing
y'all,
with
my
and what type of mental space is she in that she is allowing herself to still be in
baby,
this
did this
space?
upset? This has
It
really
really,
upset, and it really upset. And I'm speaking on
it
this.
really did because all I can say is
What
do
up,
for
Silver
her
Fox?
because
What up, Silver
I
Fox?
don't know her personally,
Hello
but all
there.
I could do at that moment was to pray for her because we don't know her situation. We don't know her mental space. We don't know what she has been brought up to in this world.
Right.
But all I can say is, speaking personally, that I know that anything that I gave life to, anything that I cared for 40 weeks that was inside of my body, and you going to tell me that I don't have the right to speak on it, to give my opinion. It's my choice. If I decide that I don't want to lay a hand on my child, it is my decision if I want to allow you to discipline. But you're going to tell me that I don't even
The
have the
one that
right
carried it.
to
Yeah.
give my opinion on how this child is handled, and I brought this child into the world. Yeah, you may have donated some sperm, but that's all you did.
And
Everything
y'all
else
think they gonna flag me.
came from me. Every piece of nourishment, every piece of breath after you gave me your little sperm came from me.
Whoa.
The life that this child has this day came from me. Because had I not made it, that very child that you telling me that I don't have a right to give my opinion on would not have made it. We lost one of our dear friends. She didn't make it. Her baby didn't make it. That lets you know how very valuable that woman is to that child. So a man, to me, doesn't have a right to tell me that I can't speak on my child, because if I didn't make it, my child wouldn't make it. So that part right there touched my very soul.
Yeah.
And all I can do is pray for that child, pray for that mother. Because if she's living in that type of environment right there, then it can't be very pleasant for her.
No, I was
I
thinking the
can't
same.
say that any woman that would want to be, and if she wants to be there, then that means that she was raised and
She's
she was
accepting of it.
groomed
I said,
for that type of environment.
Mr.
And
Johnson said that he was like, that's wild. That's rooted in some religions. I
yes,
was thinking the
that's
same. I
rooted
was
in some
thinking he
religion,
may
but
be
I'm
a
still,
Israelite or trying to be a
yes,
5%er,
praying for those.
something like that. Kane, that's the silver fox. Good evening. I'm sorry. Good evening. Good evening. Tell the people hello.
Hey there, people. What's going on now?
We got
What's up,
girl Pam
Silver Fox?
heated at the
But
beginning of the show.
Yeah,
I have
I
not
see
even
that. I
given
come
her her
on and
opinion.
she going
Look,
at it.
she. So the question was, how would you? Okay, so we've encountered a situation where a man has told women in charge, women educators, women administrators that they are not allowed to speak to his male children or to discipline his male children. That they
Mm,
can speak to the daughters, but they cannot speak to the men because he does not allow that. He does not allow his wife to discipline or speak to the men, to the boys, and they are only to listen to or follow the male that's in charge. So what? And let's get this. Let's be perfectly clear, people. When it comes to education, there are more female educators, and than any other job that you may encounter. You're going to see more women than men. So to think that women educators or administrators do not have the right to speak to your child or speak on behalf of that school to your child is just ridiculous. Kane, what do you think about that?
Well, let me
well,
say
that
Uh
something
oh.
here.
to
Uh
me,
oh.
to
Hold
me
on,
that.
Kane.
Oh,
Uh
Hold on,
oh.
Kane.
Uh
And if
oh.
you go back, women were the first teachers because you were taught in your home before you were ever sent to school. The mothers taught you in your home before you were ever sent home. So he has a problem with the women teaching his children because women are now the majority of educators, but you were taught in your home by your mother and your grandmother and your sisters before you were ever taught by anybody else. I'm sorry. I just need to go and say that because this has really had me hot under the collar because it
I
is
didn't know
so
Girl Pam was gonna be
disturbing.
this
Oh
upset and
Jesus.
disturbed.
It
And
is just so disturbing that men feel like that women do not have a right in a place. And if you go back and look at the history books, some of the educators were women who started out are women, and most of them were women of justice in the theta. Let me go and say that right
oh
here.
gosh,
But if you go back and
I
look at
got
the
that.
history books and look, even before we ever became public educators, you were taught in the home by your mother and your
We
grandmother
learned
and
in the
your
home
sisters
first.
and your aunts before you were ever taught anywhere else.
Uh,
And this very man that don't want nobody to teach him, his mama taught him something before anybody taught him anything else.
hey,
Go ahead, Kane.
disclaimer.
I
I
digress.
well,
go ahead,
well.
Kane.
I mean, she's totally right, and to me,
Lady
it
Cat will
seemed like
introduce you shortly. Go ahead.
it
Uh huh.
it would bring up a lot of problems in those children, like in those young
And
men's
them
life.
grown
Yeah,
young men.
because the thing about it is that means if he's telling them, you only listen to a man, and I only want a man telling my child something, then therefore he's not respecting.
Right.
He won't be brought up
He
to
will never
respect
respect anyone.
women in
Mhm.
authority. I mean, that'll be problems in school. That'll be problems in life. I mean, because let's say he get into some kind of altercation and a female cop comes on that scene. Oh, I don't have to listen to nothing you saying. My
That's
dad
what
told
I
me
was
don't listen to
thinking
women. Stuff
because
of that
Then
nature.
that
because
woman
the
cop gonna
SR
kill
the SRO officer is also a woman. So if you're telling this boy not to listen to the women and the women can't discipline this child,
Yeah,
what do you think that is going to happen when that female officer approaches this child?
yeah. Of course, he's not going
Um,
to listen to her, and that's gonna be a conflict. I mean, I don't have to
right.
listen to nothing you saying. Okay,
Yeah.
that that young
Then
man
I'll
gets
just take his
older.
little ass to jail.
Yeah, his boss is a female. I mean, I guess you don't want a job. You can't even have a job where your boss is a female. You
Right.
got women
How
of
are you going to
power.
work and live?
Exactly. You got women
And
of
you
power.
got a female vice president, and you don't want a woman to tell
Exactly.
your son, okay.
Exactly.
Like,
So
So
this is my
look,
question:
he
Is
can't
he
go to the
telling?
he can't go to the military. He can't go to the
right.
military because it's sergeant, somebody that's a female, gonna be over him and talking down on him. Get your goddamn ass over here,
And
He
maggot.
then
can't
what
go
he
to
gonna do?
college
He
because
can't go to college,
He can't. Yeah.
and
his
everybody he
friends.
encounter in the office is gonna be a female, more than likely. Let me introduce. We got Louisiana Lady Cat in the house tonight. None other than Q. What it do, Q? Say hello to the people. Unmute yourself. Unmute. Unmute. There we go. I got you. Unmute on your end. Unmute your screen. There we go. Say
I
hello to the
unmuted
people.
myself. Hello, hello, hello. What's happening? What's happening?
Hey, we good. The
Hey,
question on the board is, how do if a man was to tell his son that you as a woman are not allowed to discipline him, how would that make you feel?
it wouldn't. Okay.
Huh?
He gonna learn today. So I don't care what your daddy said. When you get out into the real world, and I'm in charge of you, you gonna do what
Turn
I
your
say, or you gonna get the
background
fuck.
turn your background music down just a little bit, baby. Right, because you're a supervisor. So how would you feel if one of your employees' daddy told him he didn't have to listen to you?
He will be my ex-employee.
That part.
Well, this is my question. So, is he also teaching his son not to listen to the mother in the home?
Yes, she
He got
cannot
yeah, he
discipline him
got
at
to
all.
be. And that's crazy.
She's not speaking. So Amy Davis Turner has a comment. Obviously, they like it because they do what the men say and stay with them and walk around in public, hugged up with them,
That's what I said.
hypothetically.
They
So
groom.
they're
This woman
grooming
is
the
groomed in
boys.
this religion. This way.
He's groomed in just this. Denise says, he wouldn't exist in my household. You're my husband, not daddy. We both are the disciplinarians in this family. If not, he will get wait, he will get what? They move it. He
The
will get
fuck?
his ass whooped. The question on the board is what happens when they have daughters? Okay. So the daughters are allowed to listen to the women. The daughters are allowed to be disciplined by the women. However, women are not allowed to discipline the boys in the home. What you think, Kane? So what if so I mean, it sounds so stupid to even say. I just can't fathom only listen to women or only listen to men. Instead of
So
teaching them respect of elders, you're teaching them that you don't have to respect anyone but whom I give you
You
permission to
teaching them
respect.
that my daddy is stupid as
so
fuck.
did you say the men the girls have to listen to the men too though? Or what?
Oh yes. Now the girls have to listen to the men. However, women can discipline the girls. They just cannot discipline the boys.
Discipline the boys. Like I say,
Yes.
that's just a long line of
That is
just I
that's
mean,
unrealistic
yeah.
because
I mean,
these boys are gonna grow up and they're gonna get out here in the real world and they're gonna have a hard dose of reality.
Yeah. I
They're
exactly.
think
gonna
they're
have
What
already having a
what
hard
kind
dose of
of
reality.
what kind of society is that? I mean, coming up coming up back in the 1400s, and back in our king and queenship. I mean, the king ruled, but
Right.
if that queen told that prince something,
And
that
he
prince
didn't do it.
listened. He
And he didn't
listened. He
do
was
it,
gonna,
he was
yeah, he was
killed
gonna get his ass in trouble. I
or
mean,
killed.
so I'm trying to
Off
see
with your
what kind
head.
of society are these people living in? Where did they come from? I mean, because
I agree.
you were always brought up, especially us as black people, us as the melanin people, we were always brought up to respect our elders, respect our mother
Yes.
and our father.
I
You
know.
got some old men. If you raise your voice at your mama, that daddy gonna knock you the fuck out.
Yes.
he gonna
And
he gonna
that's
put some
like
hands on you.
Sharika, Mr. Johnson and I both said we thought it was some type of religious sect that he was grooming them in. Sharika said, honestly, in some Jehovah Witness families, they are like that with the discipline. So, Sharika, put it in the comments for me because my great grandmother was Jehovah Witness. We have the exact same birthday, November 20th. She never told me, may she rest in peace. She was never able to tell me happy birthday, Merry Christmas, any of that because they didn't believe in any of that. So, can you kind of explain to me about the discipline with the Jehovah Witness family? Um, Mr. Johnson said a female doctor. Yeah. So, what if you get a female doctor? Tamika Harley, good evening. His son is going to grow up to be a horrible husband, dysfunction, raising future psychopaths.
Yeah, because
I
it's just gonna go down the line. It's gonna just be repetitive.
And
That's
it's
all
kind
it
of
is.
evident now when you
Well,
see
his
some of the
son might
children.
actually rebel and do the exact opposite of what
I
he's been
think
told not
I
to.
think he has ingratiated in them so far that it's already hindering them. That they're already so far into what he's saying and what he's allowed them to do and not do that it's already a problem. Lady Cat, what's your thoughts? Um, so if you can discipline the daughter and not the son, if that was your husband, what would you do?
He wouldn't be my husband. Because here's the deal:
What
everybody
if you
has a
ain't find out
position.
till after you were married? What if he changed?
Baby, I'm a divorce queen. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Because everybody got a role. You understand what I'm saying? There's certain things that a man can teach a man, but there's certain things a woman can instill in that man as well. So if you telling me I can't tell him nothing, and then he get out in his world, you ain't finna embarrass me.
It's kind of like that whole thing about people thinking that men can't raise daughters and that women can't raise sons. I know a lot of single mothers who have raised
It's
exceptional, wonderful men, and I know single fathers who are, let's take Cain for instance. Although Cain has close knit relationships with his children's mothers, Cain is a single dad, and he has done what he needed to do to raise his daughters. And so I don't take anything away from him. I just think it's all about the person that's raising the child and how you're raising them versus your gender when you're raising them. Um, I never understood that, but go ahead.
when you have like two parents in the home or whatever, each child something that they need. Now you're
Right,
saying that Cain is a single father? Yes. As a single father, he's gonna teach him certain things that he's gonna need to be a man.
right,
She's gonna teach him certain things that he needs also to be a man.
right,
Because he's Cain is not gonna be on the soft side. That's my job. That's my job to show him the basic fundamentals, for this side. Because if you raise a man who is not um in tune with his emotion, you gonna be running around here beating up on folks. And if you beat up on
well,
mine, we got a
well,
problem.
actually, I had to raise a daughter.
Yeah,
yeah.
Kane
That's
had
why I was
girls.
saying
No,
Cain
I
has girls.
understand. It's
Yeah,
it's
Cain
it's
has
certain
girls.
things that you can instill, but you still need that other parent to say,
And
hey,
that is
this
true.
may not be
That
the
is
right
true,
way, or this, you know what I'm saying?
cause
So you just can't
both of
say, well, you can't listen to a woman. The
both of
fuck you
my
can't?
daughters, I was confused as hell because both of my daughters came on their cycle when they was with me, and I ain't know what the hell to do.
And then that's the part where you got to, incorporate a woman
Boy,
to say, hey, this is what you do, this is how you do it,
this is
and
what
things
you
of that
need to go
nature.
by.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
If you knew what to do, Kay, I'd be a little worried. So I'm glad you didn't know what to do.
I'm okay that you didn't know what to do and you had to get help on that. I'm good with that.
I'm
Yeah,
Um,
serious. You know what I'm saying?
I had to instantly get on the phone. Hey, look at here. Look at this what's going on.
Mr. Johnson
And
said
I say
Sharia
that,
law. Not all cultures operate like we do. Exactly. Go ahead. What you say, Lady Cat?
and I mean, I'm saying this in the sense that when I had my surgery, my dad had to come take care of me. It's certain things my dad can't do for me. I need to incorporate another woman to come over here.
True.
You know, my dad can't give me a bath at 48. The fuck? No.
Right.
So it's just, I just feel like it's just certain things that both parents can bring to the forefront. You just can't
Right.
say, well, you don't listen to women because you're going to miss out on a whole lot. A
And
Yeah,
whole
not
lot.
only, and
that's messed up.
unless they meet a woman in whatever cult or religion or whatever they're into, they not gonna keep a woman because you're not gonna talk to these grown, educated women out here working and making it and living on their own and saying, "Woman, you be quiet unless I talk to you." Who in the are you talking to? Like you talking to a woman making $350,000 a year and telling her to shut up and be quiet? Like what? Like
But
come
see,
on, guy.
that's the type of man who will go get one of these young girls. You know, you become a pedophile. You're going to get
Like
somebody
Alpha.
that you can
I,
mold.
I
At,
I
at,
almost
at,
called her name. I stopped
don't do
myself.
it. Don't do
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
I
So
felt that. I felt that.
never mind. Sharika's comment is the man is the head of the house and he makes the rules. You abide by them, and that is that. The mother has her
No,
role that she
ma'am.
follows. She never speaks
No,
over what the
ma'am.
males in the household say. That's including the boys. So this is the law per, I guess, the Jehovah Witness discipline. They are to marry those in the same religion. These women are groomed. Well,
And that's the reason why I am that.
that's the reason. That's the reason why we ain't married to no Jehovah Witness. But do what you feel. I'm not knocking anyone's religion. Don't think that that is what this is about. All I'm saying is that if that is your way and that is your belief, that's fine. But you need to stick within your culture for that belief because you ain't meeting
You're going to
nobody
have
in
to.
2020. You're gonna
Well,
have to.
But this is
you
what
know
I'm
what?
saying. That's your religion and that's your belief. The problem is when it crosses over to the public. You're bringing this into public education and expecting the
Right.
public administration to take over what
That is.
your rules is for your religion,
Come
and
on.
you cannot expect that to happen in public education. If you want that to go ahead, then you
School
got to
their
take
ass at
your
home.
children back to homeschool, and you got to put them in your private
Nope.
quarters that has that religious system, but
Homeschooling.
you cannot do that in
And
public
they going to have to
administration
work.
and public education because our public administration does not have to go by your rules and
Right.
orders because we pay these
They
bills
going to
and
have
we
to
pay what our government
create their
pays
own
us.
community. You can't come out here in the world and say no,
And
nothing like that.
you cannot do
I
that.
know of some young men personally that are homeschooled because they kept getting in trouble in school and kept switching school to school to school. And instead of their mother disciplining that child and beating their ass or making them do what they need to do to be able to stay in school for 8 hours and respect their elders, instead they will bring them home and homeschool and say, well, you know how some of these teachers are. No. Do you know how your damn child is? It has nothing to do with
But
the
you know,
educators.
the problem I have with this situation here, I blame the administration at this school because the administration at this
Oh,
school right here should have stood up for the administration and said that this is not how our public administration stands. You can't bring your religion and your beliefs in your household and tell me that my public administration that is governed by cattle parish administration to tell me that my head of discipline, who is a woman that is employed by Cattle Parish School Board that we pay our tax dollars for, cannot
hypothetically,
do her
hypothetically,
job
people,
to
before you
discipline your child.
before you loose neck scallywags get on here and get to reporting shit, hypothetically, what we're saying is because we're in Caddo Parish, but I know how you heifers are. Y'all like to report and go tell that, put it on me. Go tell that on me. This one right here. You hear me?
Well, I
Not
don't
nobody
work
else.
for Cattle Parish School Board. So
And
what
what
I'm
I'm saying.
saying is if
I
this
mean, at the end of the day,
I, I said what I said, and I meant what I said. You
That
heard what I
goddamn
said.
right. I know you said. Go ahead, baby cat. At the end of the day, what?
At the end of the day, you have to look at what this man has gone through and what traumatized him for you to even in 2023 have those type of views. You understand what I'm saying? Because the world has changed so much. We ain't going by that. So if this is how you want to raise your child, that's fine.
I
That's your
don't
right.
believe in the world
But
that has
you
traumatized
gonna
him.
have to
That's his
create a
personal
job for
belief.
yourself.
I don't really think that
I
that's
don't get
something
into
to
all that. I
criticize
mean,
him. I think that's how he's been raised his whole life in his religion, and he's refusing to change to what the world is today. Because he's been
that's
raised
a
his whole life with those same beliefs, he's refusing to change and adapt to, hey, the world has women who is in place and in charge in their jobs to discipline children. Back in the day, we didn't have women who was charged of discipline. When we were in school, my assistant principal of discipline was a man. Most of them were. But now
Right,
we
back
have
in the day.
women that
Now
are in
you don't
discipline
see a lot of men in
positions.
education anymore. You may see some, and they may be principals in education, but for the most part, we're seeing nothing but women that are in education. Like I say, it is still some men out there, but the majority of our educators and administrators and school board reps are women.
Them
And so
men
by
have
you telling
said
your
F
children that they
this,
don't have to
and
listen,
they have
yeah,
got out the school
they got
system.
out the school
They
system.
said, I'm not putting up with y'all hard headed, disrespectful children. And these parents are coming up
Especially
here.
when they stop paddling them.
When the parents come up here to fight these, the administrators and the people that we have employed, they
Ain't
say,
that
goodness,
horrible?
instead of you coming up here to uphold me as I am now disciplining your child for what they did wrong, you coming up here trying to fight me and tell me what I have done wrong. So they have exited the system, and now the women are staying in it, employed and in place.
And I can't
So
blame them
I
for leaving.
believe that this man, like most men in this religion, because I have some friends I have grown up with and have known my whole life that are Jehovah Witness. And they have fought this their whole life. They have got out the religion. Now they're making their own, but their parents are still in this belief. And it's just what they were raised with, their parents was raised, their
Hmm.
grandparents was raised with. So I believe that this man was brought up in this religion and it's just in him. It's what he's known. But unfortunately, he is not changing with the times. Back in the day, it would have been fine to go to school and say, I don't want nobody to discipline my child but a man. And that might have worked because the man would have been the assistant principal of discipline. But
Right.
unfortunately, now, most men, assistant discipline principal, are women. So I just believe that if your religion is what it is, and I'm not knocking it, believe what you want to believe. Your belief is yours, and I'm all for it. But if
Don't bring that shit over
you
here.
can't bring it to the public
that
school
part.
system, with you got to leave your child at home, or you got to create your own little
Your own
compound
little
where
there you
you
go.
gonna
Create your own little compound,
where
people.
you gonna educate your
Exactly.
kids
And that's what I'm saying. You
Cause
gonna have to
so
create your
that's
own compound.
you
my
got to.
job, and don't put me in a mental space where I'm thinking I can't do my job.
Or that I'm not being effective in my job because you've trashed down everything that I've tried to build up. Since we mentioned the word fight, dun, dun, dun,
Baby.
since we mentioned the word fight, they took the
Baby.
clip down, but Mr. Mick Scroggins, Mara Jackson's brother, the substitute teacher fighting the student. Y'all can unfriend me, block me, or even try to
Mhm.
cap, but I'm with the sub. Y'all kids are disrespectful as fuck. Y'all let these motherfuckers say and do too much and send them to school for somebody else to deal with y'all bad parenting. I don't feel sorry for this girl because why, as a child, are you swinging on an adult? Why, as a child, are you swinging on an adult? So let me get right into this. On yesterday, I have the screen recording. The problem is, I don't know if it's going to upload or not for whatever reason on StreamYard. A lot of times it does not upload properly the way it's supposed to. I'm going to try and get the screen recording on here and get it uploaded. We'll see how that works. But on what was it yesterday? Day before yesterday, A video went viral. A video went viral of a young lady who approached her teacher. And when I say approach, she approached her teacher. Her teacher had taken away her cell phone. And when her teacher took away her cell phone, the young lady felt that she was bold and bad enough to go back and get her cell phone and take it from the teacher. And so she approached the teacher. We hear verbal cursing. We
Roll the
well, I'm
footage.
trying to see. Y'all have to bear with me here. We're trying to roll that beautiful bean footage. We're trying to roll that beautiful bean footage. Let's see if it's gonna add here. So we can get this on the screen because you all have got to see what we're talking about and listen to a couple of seconds. See, well, for whatever reason, the files have been having issues uploading, but you know what? I'll do you one better. I'll do you one better. It will be on mute, but you all will be able to see it as it happens. So you can see the teacher and the young lady approaching her. The young lady several times tried to snatch something away from the teacher. Then she hit the teacher. The teacher went in, beat her ass. We see ass cheeks and butt cracks. Hey, it happens. The only thing that I can say in this situation, I'll cut it there, so we don't get flagged. Mr. Johnson, don't tell me nothing about the Lakers playing like bullshit. I've seen this video several times. I missed some things. I went back. The only thing I see wrong in this video, two things. One, if you're gonna beat somebody's ass, wear better draws. In case you get recorded. That's why I said if
But
in case you get recorded.
Thong is viable
A thong is. I have no problem with you wearing a thong to work. I like thongs, people. However, if you know you're gonna throw them D's on it, you have got to put on better underwear or pants. She didn't know. But when you working in today's school system, at any time, you really don't know what you might encounter. So, Lady Cat, I'm going all the way to Oklahoma. I'm starting with you. What do you think about, and then I'll read Mick's statement later, because for whatever reason, it's a lot of people thinking that the teacher was the aggressor and feeling like the teacher was in the wrong. So, Lady Cat, I'm gonna start with you. Uh-oh. Are you frozen, Lady Cat? Okay, I'm gonna come to
She
you.
must can't hear.
She must can't hear. Lady Cat, something going on with your sound. Kane, I'm coming to you. What you think?
Okay, I don't feel that the teacher was the aggressor at all. I mean, I feel that she was doing her job. The girl must not been paying attention in class. Was on her phone, and
Yeah,
I'm
we have to
talking
hear.
about being real hard headed. Being real hard headed. The girl could have been on TikTok playing a whole video while the teacher was trying to do something. Video just loud and all that kind of stuff. Disturbing the class. Okay, give me your phone. Took the phone, and the girl had a fit. Some of these jokers can't survive without a phone. Took the phone. You took my goddamn phone. I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm about to swing on you. I'm about to swing on you. And the teacher, hey, go on, get away from me. Don't touch me, little girl. Don't touch me, little girl. And hey, we brought up the way we brought up. Look, don't put your hands on me, because if you put your hands on me, I'm gonna put my hands on you. I don't
And
care
don't
how
step
old
in
you
my
are.
personal space either.
Exactly. So me, I hope they don't fire the teacher, but I feel she was totally justified. I mean, because you are defending yourself. Like you say, some of these kids, they don't know how to stay in a child's place, and the parents allow it. I'm gonna tell you. I came in contact with this a few weeks ago.
Mm.
Had to take somebody's dog. So took the dog and I had to go back around. I had to get identification on because I had two dogs. I had to get identification on which dog bit the man. So I gave the father a summons, gave him a citation because his dogs were running loose. So he's sitting there talking to me. The father standing there talking to me about the summons. The little mixed boy, that both the kids, the children, they mix. The boy gonna bust out, and I could tell he was underage, you know. Boy gonna bust out, all right, that's enough. You can carry your bitch ass on.
That's what he said to you?
That's what he said to me. So I looked back behind me, cause AB, he couldn't have been talking to me. I looked back behind me like, what the hell? And you know, he bust out, yeah, I'm talking to you. I told him, I said, boy, let me tell your little bitch ass one thing. I say, just cause these cops gone, don't get that shit twisted. Oh no, call the cops back, call the cops back. I say, that's the thing you don't understand. I don't want the cops back. Because if you talk stupid to me again, I'll beat your motherfucking ass. I don't give a fuck who you are. And the dad is standing there, you know, he like, hey. And then the other brother, he gonna jump in and, you know, he gonna jump and say something. And I told him, I said, bitches, I'll beat both of you motherfucking bitch ass niggas ass. I don't give a fuck about who you are. I say, you realizing you fucking with the wrong one. I said, don't let this dog catch a shit fool you, nigga.
Because they don't know you.
I done came from a long line of thugging. Boy, I will beat your motherfucking ass and won't give a fuck about this job, you hoe ass nigga.
Not a long line.
You came from a long
line of thugging, baby. Long line of thugging. Don't let the dog catch a shit fool you. I'll beat your motherfucking ass.
This is just a job.
Yes.
It's just a job.
Yes. I got a retirement check every month, bitch. Don't.
Tell them they don't know you came.
Man,
they don't know you.
Yeah, and so that's the thing. That's the whole thing about it. And you know, and the daddy, he just standing there. You know, he just standing there, like, you know, like he ain't telling the son, look, bro, you need to be quiet or la. It didn't make no difference. He didn't even, because I was gonna wrap all three of their asses with that catch pole. It was gonna be some work done that motherfucker that day.
So we know how Kane feels about the situation. Lady Cat, what do you feel? Sub got beat the brakes off the little girl. They say the sub was the aggressor. Although from what I saw, the little girl was the aggressor. And let me get that right. The grown woman was the aggressor, because anytime you step to a grown woman, just know that a grown woman is going to step back to you. You must think you as grown as me. So, Lady Cat, what's your thoughts? Uh-oh, she gone.
Coming back, hold on.
Okay, we hear you in the audio. You can go ahead and talk.
So, here's my deal, and I really don't care how anybody feel about this at this point. The moment that little girl got up and walked her little ass up to that desk and came around the desk,
what's up,
you had it on your mind.
She wanted that smoke.
You had it on your mind because you told your little friends, record this, because I'm finna show her. Oh, okay. Baby, what you're not gonna do is try me, because I'm not your little friend. I'm with Jessica from way back on the video. Baby, play with somebody who loves you. It ain't me. I'm here to do a job. You here to learn. And at this point, if I said you're not supposed to have your phone and I took it, that's what I meant. And everybody that I done seen here in Oklahoma, because they lit her ass up, talking about, well, you know, kids and this, that, whatever, and they don't. No, I don't give a fuck. I'm an adult, and I didn't do anything to you but my job. So if you don't want to learn, you take your ass up out of here and go on about your business, but you're not going to disturb the people that's here. I don't give a fuck if I was a sub, if I was a permanent teacher, if I was a principal, a counselor, or whoever. You not gonna disrespect me and think that it's cool, but then you want to holler, talking about, y'all not gonna help me. Y'all just gonna
that's
help.
what I like.
Yes.
I love the end. I love the end of it. Y'all not gonna help me.
Yes.
No, you need no help.
Because you was grown enough. You was grown enough to get your ass up and step to me. Then I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Yeah. And I mean,
look,
anybody can catch these fucking hands.
Look, y'all can say what you want. Let me tell you what stood out most to me in this video. And this is how you know this little girl is a problem today, yesterday, and any day. thereafter, between, or before. When that girl looked at them other kids and said, "Y'all ain't gonna help me," not one motherfucking child moved to get up and help her. When that girl looked at them kids and said, "Call somebody," did nobody call nobody. So they're used to this little girl acting a fool and
Acting up
acting
and
out.
wanted to see her get her ass
And
whooped,
they,
probably.
there you go, Kane. That's what I said. Them other kids wanted to see her get her ass whooped. Let me show you how ignorant this little girl is.
Let me get my opinion from
We
a
got,
parent.
we got
But
JE
you
in the
know
house.
what?
What's up, JE?
AB, that's the second video this week though.
I saw the one, well, I didn't see it. I heard about it. It was another video of
Yeah.
a student and a teacher.
And they
Now,
was in the doorway. They was in the doorway fighting
Yeah.
too.
And somebody said they need to get that other teacher with her booty out to help
right,
her
I
what to
did
do.
see it. That's the one
Yeah,
who
because
the
that other
girl
one,
took
she
her
really
down.
wasn't fighting. She was just holding her and they
She was
failed.
trying to
Yeah,
hold her.
no.
You remember our sub we had at Huntington. You remember Lisa Henry?
Yeah.
Lisa Henry didn't play. I seen Lisa Henry rap the shit out of a dude up there that got in her face. And then she got into it with another dude in the classroom. He called her a bitch. And she was like, "Yeah, I'll be your bitch." Then he walked up to her. She looked at me, because me and Lisa, like I say, she was pretty cool to me. We used to talk and stuff all the time. She looked at, she said, "Little man, you better tell him. You better tell him." I told her, boy, I said, "Man, you better get out there. You better get out there, woman face."
Because she don't care.
Yeah.
Hey, I would be that sub and teacher. You walk up on me as if you grown, and you can best believe I'm gonna let you know that you ain't grown. I'm gonna beat your ass. We got our brother from another mother, Jonathan Ellison, in the house. And what it do, Jonathan? Unmute your phone.
What's up? What's taking with it? What y'all got
What's
going on?
going on? What's
Shoot,
up? What's up?
yeah.
Lady Cat, you back, Lady Cat?
Hey, boys, how you
I'm
doing?
What's
back.
up? What's up? You good? What's up, boys?
Man, no much, man. What y'all got going on? For
Well, we just talking about this teacher that beat this little girl ass, and I said them kids
real.
As
wanted
she fucking
it.
should.
In my opinion, them kids wanted to see her get her ass beat. Like Mr. Johnson say, they passing the video around to me. Look at her stupid ass. She's
Right,
talking about
right.
record this. Now she got her ass beat. What
So
you think about it?
I shoot, it ain't much nothing to say. When kids get to the point where they want to step into an adult space, that's what happened to you. You got to have rules and regulations to life. You got to have situations where a child need to know how to stay in their place.
That's
So
right.
like I tell anybody, shoot, I don't care if I was right or wrong as a child. I still let the adults handle it the way they needed to handle it, and let whatever be whatever. Because at the end of the day, the only thing she needed to do, if she felt like her phone was taken in a wrongful manner,
Tell her parents. Tell the
then
authorities.
I'm gonna wait till I get to mom and dad and be like, "Hey, this is how she handled it. This is how she did it. I know y'all stand on business, so I know y'all gonna go up there and handle it and deal with it." But for her to feel like she can get in that teacher face like that, is what she do to her mama, is what she do to
There you
anybody
go.
of
And
authority
she does
figure
it to
or whatever.
everybody in
Yeah,
authority.
that ain't her
Because
first time swinging on nobody.
if you don't respect your damn teachers or your subs, if we knew we were having a sub and our teacher came back after being absent and that sub told her that we acted a fool,
Oh yeah, we supposed to get it. It's
we
supposed to go
finna
down.
get it.
Yeah, it's
When
gonna
we
go
was
But
down.
growing up,
she probably got one of them parents that say that's her little broke bestie. Y'all gonna get enough of that bullshit.
shit. There you go. That you
For real.
gonna get enough of that bullshit. Ain't nobody your little broke bestie. Don't come
Right.
around here talking
Listen,
about you little
my mama
you
told
are
me I'm not your little friend.
I'm not your
I'm
hey,
not your little friend.
my mama and grandmother told me damn near 50 years ago, I'm not your little friend. You better go sit your little ass down. And they meant that shit. So
I mean
today when they be like,
wholeheartedly.
when my grandmother or mama say, why you didn't tell me? Because you told me I ain't your little friend. It's some shit I don't tell y'all because y'all ain't my little friend. Remember? So we have to
Right.
remember that. It
Right.
just
Yes,
is what it is.
Now,
And
it's just a game she played. You play stupid game, you get silly ass prize.
super prizes.
look,
That's
Hell
and
it.
yeah.
this look, y'all, this the little girl, right? This the little chick. She's still capping on TV. That little girl on social media.
Yeah.
The fact that the fact that nobody helped me is crazy. People just stood there and let that woman manhandle me. Y'all supposed to be friends, and barely anybody asked if I was okay. Y'all laughing at this bullshit, and it's not funny. But if anybody got shit to say about it, we can get it in the field, and that's facts. So she want to get her ass beat again.
See
No,
this,
you already
see
took
this,
the L. You done took
see
the
this.
L, but you
Ain't
trying to get
nobody,
No,
another one?
ain't,
Come
she's
ain't
on
nobody
embarrassed
now.
supposed
at
to
this
believe
point.
that.
That's an embarrassment. And
Right.
you're trying to clap back. But you got what you deserve. Because ain't no
Hey,
fucking way a kid gonna
listen,
run up on me and think I'm gonna just sit there and let you.
listen.
Where they do that at?
How the hell can you clap back on getting your ass whooped and
Yeah,
Right.
she
threaten
took
to
a
you?
L.
You took the L.
For
That
That
real.
she
sound like, you know what? That sounds just like I think I done told y'all this before. That sound like my daughter's sister. She talk more shit, but get her ass whooped in every battle. But she gonna talk shit. That's
came,
just like that little heifer
came,
there. That heifer there
came.
talk more. Well, I'm just
Now
saying.
came.
I'm just saying.
But you
You
know
can't
what
be
I
talking
wanted
about
to
your
do?
daughter's sister like that.
I mean, she
What I
do.
wanted
She
to do,
take
I
L's
wanted
in
to
every
be
fight.
look, I wanted to be bad enough to go back to school and try to fight the whole class though. Real
Uh
shit.
oh.
And let them record
I
that
want
and
they
let
to
me see
record
it.
that too. For real.
World
I
star.
want I want her to go on and take that 0 and 15.
She ain't gonna never
Hey,
live that
Well,
down.
this is my point here. I am a mother
okay, you're
of
a mother. You coming from a mother.
senior parent, an 18-year-old. And as the parent, if I was looking at this video, because I'd have been called before, not for Shayla, that's my good child, but for Antonio James Hill before,
Not boy Pam.
but
Jonathan, get her.
boy, Pam,
If she called.
you remember we done got called and I done called you and I'm going up to Southwood just ready to
Y'all, she
defend
went up.
my child.
She went up to Southwood on 10 talking about you ain't gonna fuck with my boy.
No, that ain't. Anybody knows me. I don't curse like that at the time. That is not what I said. I was just ready because all I knew was that my son called me and said, "Mom, this principal got me in the office. He done took my phone. He done said I done did this and da 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 da." So okay, I said, "Okay, I'm
She
on
was
my
hot
way."
as fish
So
grease,
I done
y'all.
called the backup and we going. And
Oh
she,
no, tell the truth. She called me and I said,
yeah,
"Are
she
you?"
in my ear. Are you sure now?
He a boy,
He a
and
boy.
boys
You know what
lie,
I'm
Do
kids
saying?
you know
lie.
the
And
do you know the whole story before you go up there and go
just
home?
wait.
There you go, Jonathan.
Now, Jonathan, you and Aiden always think like, this is what she's saying.
That's what I
That's
asked.
what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I get in the office now. We in here and he rolling everything out. And I'm like, no, Tom, this is not what you said to me on the phone. Mama, that's not the whole story.
No,
Okay?
as soon as we walked in, that man talking about, did he tell you this? Did he show you
We
this?
all in the phone.
And then she talking about, Tony, my God,
That is not what I
Tony.
said. But so I say this to say, if I was the parent and I saw this video right here, first of all, I would be so embarrassed that my child was so very disrespectful to another
Right.
adult because
Right.
this is not how I raised my child.
Shaw, you missed a lot, bro.
Because I wouldn't go up here on 10 once I saw it. Because if I saw you, 9 times out of 10, the parents saw this video before she even got the call. Because this video went out on social media immediately. I would have been so embarrassed if this was my child on here cussing, acting a fool, and had the nerve to put her hands
On
on
another
another
adult.
child,
On another adult.
on another
Right.
adult, and
Right.
being so very disrespectful because she was an embarrassment not only to herself but to me. So
Right.
I would have been on a whole nother level of embarrassment. And the first thing the parents should have did was went up there and had her child to apologize to this adult for
Right.
being disrespectful.
But I
And
don't think
with
they
a,
think, I
no,
don't
but
think
that
the
you
parents
ain't
think,
let me
oh,
finish.
go ahead then.
But the parents of this child, our kids are always a reflection of us, unfortunately. And I tell my
Say
child all
that.
the time, you are a direct reflection of me. I have never once been told by anybody that my child is disrespectful. I get people to this day. I saw Boy Pam, I saw Shaylin, and they don't even been to know that my people have reached out to me and said, I saw so and so, they so nice, so sweet, so sweet. They was just, ma'am, thank you. From people that they have no idea still to this day. And Tony is 25 years old and I still get calls. Your child is a direct reflection of you. So I guarantee them know that these parents, that child mother know that their child is exactly like this. So they are not surprised. So unfortunately, those parents will go up there and gonna act a fool on behalf of that child because they don't think that their child is not in the wrong, unfortunately, because they know already what their child is. Their child
Mm-hmm.
does that same thing at home. And it's so sad and it's so embarrassing.
Shaw Mills posted.
So if I went up there and I saw this video,
Send
if
it
it
to
was
me.
my child, I'd be going up there making my child apologize for how she disrespected herself,
Girl, they trying
myself,
to get a
and the child.
payday. They trying to
But
sue.
you,
No, because the
but you know
problem
what
is
though,
she got
Pam?
They
somebody
ain't
else
trying
in
to
her ear.
apologize.
She has some people in her ear talking about, well, you know she was wrong for the way she
Hell,
handled your
some
baby.
people, a lot
She
of
got
your
a whole bunch
Shreveport
of people,
people are saying
unfortunately.
that that teacher was wrong and that teacher was the aggressor. And every time I see, I need to
Yep.
start deleting you MFs that said that
Well,
teacher
you
was
might as well
wrong and the
delete
aggressor.
half the people on your
Yeah,
But
list.
because I
the
couldn't
thing,
believe that they thought that that teacher was wrong. Who the
the
hell gonna
thing
let
about it
a
is,
motherfucker hit them?
the thing about it is, the parent of that little girl, she can clown like that and act a fool at home. I know she clowns like that and
She
acts a
acts
fool
the
at home.
same way at home as
But
she
the
do
thing
in
about it
person.
is, even though she acts a fool like that at home, that mama gonna still come up to that school and
And
act a
act a
fool
And
with them
fool
act a
folks.
fool behind
because
her.
she
Because you
feel
know,
like
yo,
nobody don't treat
yeah,
her child as a
you don't touch my goddamn child, because the mama probably ignorant just like the fucking child is. And that's the
well,
thing.
Kanye, let me say this. Now, like I told you the other day, now, every now and then, Gussie would act a fool about this child right here, her one and only Pookie. We'd be someplace and she'd be like, don't touch my child. You know, that's my child. You
Oh,
don't say
Gus
this to
was
my
gonna
child.
act a fool.
Every now and then she wouldn't, but you know, I was always the quiet, respectful, reserved child. I didn't do nothing wrong. But Gussie didn't like nobody else calling me her child or saying, "Oh, this mine right here,
Yeah, but
this
that's a
baby girl right here."
personal thing. That's just
That
how
was
mothers
Gussie.
feel.
But she didn't want nobody to put their hands on me, touch me. If I looked like I was shedding a tear, Gussie was on 10. What they did to my baby. But you know, there's a difference. Sometimes that mother bearing us come out. But sometimes, like when I went up there for Tony about to lose my mind, I was completely wrong. Sometimes we have to step back and wait and get the whole story
You
before
better
we
get the
be
whole story.
a mother bad because I was about to go up there and let that assistant principal have it and didn't have the whole story.
And that
And you know
assistant
what?
principal put the evidence in your
That's
face, and then you was like, "I'm sorry." You know what,
that's
son? I'm sorry.
exactly
I didn't
that's
say I was
exactly what I've
sorry.
always done.
I
I've
had to get
always
on
done that.
Tony ass. I didn't say I was sorry. I turned the tables and say, instead of saying I'm sorry, I got on Tony ass because I was like, you didn't tell me. And I tell my kids the whole time, don't
Tell
let
the truth.
nobody, not tell the truth, but don't let nobody else tell me. Tell
That's
me
why you
before
should tell the
somebody
truth.
else tell me. Because don't have me
Tell
up
the
here
truth.
acting a fool and going to bat behind you
And
and then
then looking
somebody else
stupid.
exactly have me looking stupid. So Shaylin Randall, if that was Shaylin and her phone got taken, she would have borrowed somebody else's phone. Mama, this Shaylin. The teacher took my phone. I did so and so. She has learned to tell me before somebody else tell me.
Well, this happened to my oldest when she was in high school.
Delete Gussie cuss up that.
This happened to my oldest was in high school and she let one of her friends use her phone. The friend got the phone taken. They called me. I didn't know. They were just like, Miss Burton, you can pick up Leah's phone at the end of school when you get her from school. And I was like, why the fuck would I have to get her phone? And I was like, what happened? So I called back and I was like, what happened? Well, her phone was taken from her in class. I was in my car. I went to the library on Union Avenue, went into my AT&T account, printed. No, before I printed out her text message. And I was like, the messages was something about her leaving campus with a boy. It was from her phone. So I just automatically assumed it was Leah because they called me and told me her phone was taken and all this. I printed out the messages so that when I went up there to beat her ass, I could point it. This is why I'm beating your ass, motherfucker. So here I am driving to C. Bird. These white people gonna have to see me. I'm at C. Bird. Call Leah out of class. Miss Bird, what you doing? Get her down here. Hey, get her out here. Get her to the attendant. She gets up. Shit. See, Bird knew who I was by night. The attendance lady used to call me, Miss Bird. Don't come up here, Miss Bird. Don't come up here, Miss Bird. I'm in the attendance office with the paper and the belt. because I'm ready to beat her ass. And I was going to get the phone right then because the data was going to be turned off like I did Amber. That motherfucker came in that office. I said, nigga, you stupid enough to be texting, trying to leave campus with some nappy head ass boy, and you get the phone taken, you can go and pull them pants down. Let's go in the office. Mama, I ain't even got my phone. I said, yeah, they took it. No, Ashley got my phone. I said, you lying. I'm just going off. So the attendance lady was like, Miss Burton, wait. She calls the class. Who did you take the phone from? Leah Burton? Ashley Williams? I said, oh. Get Ashley down here. Get Ashley down.
Look, I'm gonna fuck her up too.
I just saw Ashley mama the other day. I said, get Ashley down here. Motherfucker, you trying to leave? And you got her phone.
I'm supposed to get you too while I'm in.
That was the. I didn't have the whole story, but
somebody was gonna give you something.
Somebody was gonna get that, and yes, parental receipts. I go get receipts before I beat your ass. Because as I'm slinging that whip, that iron, this is why you getting your ass beat, motherfucker.
For real.
Out.
But so, you know, that's why you can't take serious a half of these people that's saying that the teacher was wrong. Yeah. Because unless you are put in that situation, you don't know what you will do. And as I stated today, I done seen some of these motherfuckers, these same motherfuckers that's saying that this teacher is wrong. I done seen these same people, they 20 and old in goddamn Cocoa Pillars, LA Players Club, and everything else, where they done whoop somebody's ass for stepping on their foot, or done whoop somebody's ass for sleeping with their baby daddies or some shit like this.
Then whoop somebody's ass for
so we gonna talk about reaction.
White dress shoes,
right?
White dress shoe with the point.
With the point on. So if we gonna talk about people and their reactions to aggression or anything else, check your motherfucking self first. Check yourself first, because at the end of the day, that child was fucking wrong, and I fucked the restraint shit, and she should have did this and that and everything. Fuck all of that. You swung at that woman, and that woman lit your ass up.
There ain't no restraint.
There is no restraint because these kids today are not like how we were when we was their age. These kids today got some baby.
Yeah,
baby. I'm not finna play with you. I'm not finna
you
play with your mom. You can play with your daddy and whoever else, like I said, that love you, but you ain't finna play with me.
No, you ain't.
But it just show where we at as a society though. Folks were more worried about her attire.
That child could have done anything to that.
Yeah.
She was too close to that teacher in her personal space. Like she said,
I tell people every day, hey, you too close. You in my personal space. What we doing?
When you look at it, the only thing that I can fault the teacher for, you shouldn't have cussed in the classroom. I understand why you did, but I'm just saying, professionally, you shouldn't have did that. Otherwise, the moment that child invaded her personal space,
step behind that desk.
You know good goddamn well when we was in school, that ain't what we did. Oh, you ain't gonna know where the teacher's desk.
Look, you could come to the front of the desk. You couldn't step behind the desk without the teacher permission.
You understand what I'm saying?
No.
But I will commend the teacher on this right. No one is paying attention to the end of the video. The whole time
she's just holding her, laying on top of her.
Not about fighting the child because that little girl grabbed her hand.
She was holding her hair. Once she got her restrained, she stopped hitting her. She stopped hitting her and just sat on top of her until somebody got there.
That's all. That's the only restraint she needed to show.
The real nigga, if she was really about beating her,
I would have beat her into a pulp.
She would have been punching her in the face. She would have been punching in the face while she was down.
Or choking her out.
Hey, look, let me look at this camera so I can say this so y'all can be very clear and understand me and my Jonathan Nelson voice. Okay, here you go. Let me say this. I'm not that teacher with that much motherfucking restraint. I'm not that motherfucker that's going to stop hitting your motherfucking child. I am the motherfucker that blacks out when I start fighting. So if I wake up and you dead, guess what?
It is what it is.
I'll get a good lawyer and I'll see your mom and them in court. I'm not that person.
I'd have super sweep that bitch on the ground and choke the shit out of her.
I'm telling you, I would have. Look, Q. I would have been back to my
Not super
judo and
sweet.
jujitsu days.
I'm
I
talking
would
about
have.
super sweep
Um,
her ass. She'd have been like a
look,
robot. Fuck that.
hey,
No.
Jonathan Kane. Y'all remember King Kamala back in the wrestling days?
Girl.
Yeah,
I would have
Kamala
King
Man,
Mop,
Kamala done.
Kamala.
Don't
would
play
have
with
done
me.
it just like that. Swear to
Jonathan,
God.
we don't see the pics. Where did you post them
Sean,
at?
where you post the pics? Are they oh, he said, can y'all see the two pics I posted of the oh Lord, he got the combo in there?
So where did he post
Uh,
them at?
Uh-oh.
so he might have to send it to your DM.
Yeah, send it to my DM, Sean.
Yeah. But yeah.
Hold on. I got some people. I'm sorry, people. Um, I had requests and I didn't know. People want to tune in the link. I am so sorry, folks. When I get on here, I just be focused and I don't see it, but I just sent you the link, Angie. Yeah, I'll flash the fuck out. So don't do me. Let me ask y'all something right quick. And I know this is a transition topic, and I didn't really want to do it because I'm sick of the hashtags and I'm sick of always hearing this. What y'all think they gonna do to this 80-some-year-old white man that
Mm,
opened his door and shot the 16-year-old black boy in the head,
nothing.
waited till he
Nothing.
hit the ground, shot him again, and then said he was in fear of his life? How you in fear of
Exactly.
your life behind
That's
somebody ringing the doorbell?
that's why he gonna get off because he
Nothing.
used that. He an old ass man. He an old ass man. He an old ass pink person that's feared that was scared of a young nigga and ain't shit
But
gonna
you
happen to
scared of
him.
somebody ring? Who the fuck trying to kill you or steal from you ringing the doorbell? I ain't never seen them kind of crooks. They ring the doorbell now?
But it
Well,
was
Goddamn me. Yeah.
October
So
20th.
going
I'm
back
asking.
to the first topic of discussion that we had, that man is set in his ways, and your son can't talk to a woman and all this. It's the same thing. It's the exact same
Uh,
thing. He's old, he's set in his ways, and he's racist, and he knew what he was doing.
They
The
ain't do
moment that
Stanley
that
shit.
Brown
boy
law.
rang
He got
the
Stanley
doorbell,
Brown on his side.
you understand
They
what
ain't
I'm
do shit.
saying?
They ain't do
So
shit to that old white ass woman that admitted she lied on Mega Evans last year. They ain't do
No,
shit to her old
they
white ass, so they ain't gonna do shit to
they're not
him.
gonna do anything to him, and I
nah.
believe that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
They're
I
That,
not
don't
gonna even touch
either.
him.
They've already set it up, which they charged them with 2 counts. I
Yeah,
agree, Shaw. They charged them, but they let
they
them bond
charged
out
them.
the same day.
That
right.
mean they ain't gonna do
A
shit.
charge is
It's
not a
just gonna fade
conviction.
away. It's gonna fade away. It's gonna fade away.
Yeah. The only way I'm gonna
A
Or
see them
they
charge is
being
not a
able to
conviction.
the only way I'm gonna see them being able to do anything, and I'm talking about anything, is if a lawyer get in there and say that that is something that he's always had on his heart that he wanted to do, was hurt a black person. But how you gonna prove that? Because he ain't on social media. They ain't gonna have no type of transcript of him saying any type of racial slurs or
But
anything
if you
like
see
this.
his
So,
picture, if you see
oh
that
yeah,
motherfucker
you can see his face. You
he's
can see that.
he's
You can
redneck.
you can
You
see
can
that
see that
that
redneck
cock ass
history.
eye. Yeah, you can tell
Yeah,
that motherfucker by that old cocked ass eye. That motherfucker can't stand anything that represent black,
I
Indian,
said the
or
same, Jonathan.
anything outside
I
of what he is. Yeah, like
yeah.
it's obvious as fuck.
I
Listen, they're
as
not
soon
gonna
as I
touch
saw his
him just
picture,
like
I was like,
they're not gonna touch him just like they're not gonna touch them people down there in Otterville.
yeah, that it was so crazy. What was also, I see the neighbors are getting their story together. I've read two different stories about how
What happened in Idaho?
in Idabel, Q.
So the sheriff, the court reporter, I think one of the investigators got caught on tape saying, that us, the black people or whatnot, are getting beside ourselves, and it's not like it was in the old days. They just need to get somebody from Louisiana to come down
Yeah.
there and murk everybody, and so on and so
And
forth. Now they
about how
trying
he
to
was
say,
talking about they need to bring back hangings and lynchings. Is
yes,
that the one?
Mm,
Yep. I
yes,
mm.
saw that. Him,
Well,
and it was
dang.
one of the ladies in there was the
the
prosecutor
clerk
or worked for
reporter.
the sheriff, the
She's
court.
the
Yeah,
clerk reporter. So they
yeah.
in there talking about, having a barbecue, how, back in the day when they lynched black people, they burned them. and things like that. And she
Yeah.
was like, oh, so they skin just, their body just separated and like all kind of stuff. But that's the stuff that's been going on and it's been happening, and don't nobody want to talk about it
McCurtain
because
County.
yeah, same thing. So now he's coming back and saying, well, it was falsified, it was altered, and all this other kind of stuff. No, that reporter just let that audio run, and you ain't know that it was running, and you mad because you got caught because that's how you really feel.
Yeah.
Because in the audio, he said, well, they can come and protest or whatever. Bring 20 of them. We can have a field day and all this other kind of stuff. At some point.
Here's a picture, guys. The picture is uploaded. It's not a really good picture of him. The picture I saw today, he looked like an old redneck that used to go and rape the women back in the field back in the day.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah.
You actually know he do. And not even raping the women. He probably was raping the boys too. Because that's what they do. That's what they get off on.
Oh yeah, he definitely looked like a pedophile. Yeah. He looked
Definitely.
like a pedophile.
He definitely
Yeah, he
really
looked
looked
like
like
a pedophile.
something was wrong with him. So it was kind of weird. Here's the picture, guys. That's him.
Yeah.
If you can see him.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be very fucking surprised if they do anything with him. For real.
That part.
I'm talking about super fucking surprised. Yeah.
And even if they don't, what was crazy to me is because there was no longer any imminent danger. So when he shot that boy in the head and he hit the ground, they can at least do something about when he stood over him and shot him again. But his
that's
age,
what I was kind of
81, 84
confused.
years old.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of confused about them charges
Send it to
because
me,
I was like, wait a minute, he went into execution on the second shot. So I'm
overkill.
Yeah, you went into overkill. So but you could just tell he had been waiting to do that all his fucking life.
Waiting for
to shoot him in the neck.
For it.
Yeah, he was itching for it.
I haven't heard anything else. What's the status of the boy though?
He's still in the hospital fighting for his life, but he's in recovery, but he's been able to talk. But I'm saying, but his mother said that the emotional trauma that he's experienced, he just cries and cries and just stares off into space.
Yeah, because he's trying to figure out, like, damn, what did I do to deserve it?
Yeah, because they were saying, like, people were basically like, you have to get on the ground and show your hands before they would help him because he was just screaming for help, saying he had been shot, but and he was bleeding, so they wouldn't help him. So basically, they would like get on the ground.
He had to go to the get help, and then for the fucking neighbor to sit up and say, "Oh well, we all stick together." I would stick together and drive through that some bitch and shoot all they fucking houses up too.
God damn me!
Here's the picture, guys. Here's the
for real.
Kane looking after yesterday and them stinking ass dog. Kane looking. Here's the picture of the young man that was shot, and this is the picture of the guy. You can see the look on his face. He was ready to shoot. He was ready to shoot a color.
He looked like he loves saying nigga. He just looked like
he looked like it.
And you can
he's old and set in his ways.
Let's be further honest with this. You can look at this boy and tell he wasn't no threat. He as sweet as Georgia pie.
Oh yeah, no, for real. You could tell little homie wasn't even about no trouble in there.
I mean, look at the boy.
He probably comic books and you know what I'm saying, like this shit. That's what pissed me off. Do that shit. Do that to somebody that can get with your ass. Don't do it to them little children like that. That's the part that pissed me off. Because I'd have prayed to run into his old ass somewhere. Yeah, I'd have prayed to run into his
on the week.
Yeah, right. For real.
Oh,
and that's what he did.
Here's an update. Kim, hey Kim, he's been released from the hospital. He's at home. There was an interview, I'm assuming this morning, with Gail King. He was in bed with his mother, and he is at home. So there's an update.
Okay.
He's physically recovering.
He's physically recovering.
It's the emotional and mental trauma.
Yeah, forever.
That baby got PTSD.
Right. Yeah, forever.
Tarsha said, "What's up, Tarsha? He will get a ghostwriter, write a book, and earn millions of dollars as a hero. Say as their hero, because they will definitely." I gotta ask this right quick because Jonathan wasn't on here earlier. Jonathan, we had a situation where a gentleman told school administrators and staff that women were not allowed to discipline his sons. They were not allowed to speak to his sons on certain things, that his son was only to listen to the men, as well as his wife was not allowed to speak. You missed the beginning segment. Girl Pam went off
Girl
about
Pam said anything that I give like you, I have every damn right to
she
say.
ready to go out. She on 10
She
again.
finna go off
This
again.
She about to go off again.
so this man said that women were not allowed to discipline his sons. Women were not allowed to speak to his sons about certain behaviors. Only the
Really?
male administrators or staff. He also said that the women could speak to his daughters. However, his wife was also not allowed to discipline his son. I'm gonna leave the ball in your court.
Really? Interesting.
This
This
nigga
is
said,
really
really?
motherfucking interesting. So what you're saying is that the men are only allowed to deal with the men, the boys, and
Mm-hmm.
the women are only
Let
able
me
to
let me
deal with the
dab
girls.
let me dab this
So
little moisture on my lips.
No,
so when his
Jay,
son,
Jonathan.
uh,
Actually, the men can discipline the women, out the girls also though.
Oh yeah, the men can
Yeah, the
discipline
men can
whomever,
discipline anybody. Yeah,
interesting.
but women
Okay,
aren't allowed to speak to his sons or discipline
yeah.
his son. Not in that
okay.
manner.
So when his son catch a disease out there, when he messing with some little nasty ass little girl, or he
Dead.
out there hunting on
That
some
woman
other little
doctor can't
boy,
save
that
him.
the only the men and the men nurses and the men doctors can help him. Is that what we saying right now?
No,
Mm.
Is that
now
what we saying?
he didn't say that. What
No,
he
but I'm
said,
saying it. Let's,
That's what
because
he's implying,
if
though.
we gonna look at the correlation of this, we gonna look at even this here. So shit, if the woman ain't got no say so in his house, the wife or whatever, she shouldn't be able to give you no pussy either.
You heard me
I
and you
mean, I'm
heard
just
what
saying,
I
like,
boy,
let's
said.
look at these correlations, nigga. Go in there and fuck your dad.
So basically,
If we gonna sit up here and do this type of shit,
okay,
or go out there and fuck the German Shepherd, because it look like the dog is the one in the house got the most goddamn
all
right
right.
than
I
anybody else.
appreciate y'all. I
I
thank you all for tuning in.
hey, I'm
Yeah,
saying, I'm saying,
just to
that's
be,
what I'm
but no, just to get strictly to the topic. That type of thinking and mind frame is still living out here in this world, even from as
Yes,
far
in
back as you can pull this
2023.
shit from.
And
But
these are young black people, though. Young black people.
damn, now that's some ignorant shit. It just
Young
got
black
really
people.
fucking stupid. Yeah, it's just pulling the ignorance from the past, and it's ridiculous, and you don't really know what to do with that shit or anything else, because I guarantee you, if you sit down with him and ask for his logic, he ain't gonna have no
You're
logic to why
stupid.
he do the shit the way he do. For real.
His
I'm
logic
sorry,
is
Jonathan. Girl Pam is on
somebody,
10.
somebody has traumatized this young man where he didn't have no control. So this is the only
True.
way that he feel like he can get
And so he done
control.
finally,
Oh, that's a
oh,
good.
you know what?
I
That's
didn't
a
think about
very
it like
good
that.
point. That's a
That's a
Yeah,
very
good
good
point.
that's
point.
what that's what I said before when we first started discussing this. He needs to have something because at some point in his life he didn't
Ah,
pass.
that make a lot of fucking sense. So he got his ass tore up
how
all his
many
life.
males does this family have at y'all?
I
Yeah,
don't know. It's a bunch of damn kids. I've met two of the boys.
So it's two boys. Are there any
I
girls
think it's more
involved?
than that. Yeah, it's girls also because you
So they've
can.
been procreating like rabbits. So
Uh,
this man
Oh,
they're
life.
shit.
all in school. They're all in school at the same time, so they're young children.
So
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
let's
They
say
procreate like
I'm just guessing here. This is hypothetically. People don't take this. Let's say
Pam,
the
we don't
children.
have all the ins and outs of what
Right.
happened, but we gonna
Let's
just
say the
guess.
children are between 11 and 5
rabbits. And how many
in
children
that
do
age
you
range.
estimate?
Five quick kids between the age of, let's say, 5 and 11. Let's just put it like
And
that.
it's girls and boys.
Girls and boys.
Hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, that's my thoughts
Interesting.
on it. But I am glad that you came with the, he never had
Wait,
control.
Tasha. Tasha says, I know a man here in Shreveport who has convinced his wife, not married, but living in her house with her children, that women are supposed to be child bearers, but she
Mhm.
can't discipline her sons, and her sons aren't even his kids. You know, Tasha, we may be speaking on the same person.
Oh wow.
And that's my fault. I assumed they were married.
Well, you know,
Oh no.
Because they were living in the same household, and I assumed they were married. I'm gonna have to text you.
well, you know, I know this family that
Because I mean, that sounds
there's a
like
family I
she was
recently
so
found out about,
broken.
and he impregnates her every year. We worked together at the casino for years. He gets her pregnant every year so that another man does not look at her. Every
Damn.
year she gets
Oh
paid. Every
wow.
time she has one baby, 6 weeks later she's pregnant again. But
That
she
ain't gonna
also
stop.
believes
That ain't gonna stop nobody from looking
That's
at her.
so lame.
At
I
He
was
all.
going to
stupid ass.
say he must be the dumbest man in America
He
because
is.
if you ask any man, the best coochie is pregnant coochie because it's always wet. That's
It's
what
so
I
wet.
heard.
you know
And then I can skeet. I can
yes, I
skeet
had
in
my
it
baby
without
in March.
threat.
Jemiah wanted her after she had her baby because he's a weirdo. What did
Uh,
Kane say?
man, I'm weak. I'm
What did
weak.
Kane
Say you
say?
gonna let me the daddy. Come on, Kane.
I
See,
said
'cause
I can skeet in it without threats. I ain't got to worry
Because
about
you know
he
nothing.
said he ain't got to
I got
worry
to
about
worry about
nothing.
nothing.
He said
You
She
is
already
not
pregnant.
the
he said
father.
he can
I mean,
he can holler in that thing and keep going.
Mm-hmm.
For
see,
real.
Lord.
that's what I already said.
look,
I wish the woman would tell me
look, and this. Wait a minute, Jonathan. You talking about so if he go? Dr. Kimberly McCarter just said, "I wish MF would tell me I couldn't discipline my sons," and she has three of them boys. So
That's
Dr.
real.
McCarter's.
Look, I already
That's
said
real.
that this morning. Anybody that I give life to, I wish you would tell me I couldn't say a word to. Anything that I cared for 40 weeks, 10 months, and I bring into this world, all you gave me was a little bit of sperm. Everything else that came after came from me.
No life
Everything
without the sperm,
I
Pam.
don't care. Everything I ate, everything I breathed, everything I drank went to that baby. Because if the mother does not live, the child does not live.
That's real.
So you
That's
can't
real.
tell me that I can't tell my child that I
Hey,
brought into this world
you can't be
anything.
getting all puffed up in the chest.
You heard what I said. I wish a motherfucker
Hey,
would
calm
tell
down.
me
Well,
that I
well,
Girl,
guess
couldn't.
Pam
what?
Girl,
said she
Well,
Pam,
guess
said
what?
what
they
she
don't know this
said.
side of you.
You're not gonna ever experience that in your lifetime, sweetheart. So yeah, just bring it down a little bit. I hear you. I
Nah,
understand.
y'all. Let's
I'm
go to
lying.
the. Let's go, Pam. But we need to go to the Hilton and have some drinks because Pam is going through some things
Ooh
right
boy.
now.
Man, I
Lord.
wish they would tell
Look,
me.
she
My
said
Go
what
girl
sit
was
at
said
the
on
she
her
said
bar.
what she
chest. Like
said.
that
I said what
she
I
was
said. I
she
meant what
was
I said.
serious. Okay, my bad. I ain't
She
gonna
said what
we
she
won't
said with her chest.
look, we
Goddamn
won't
me.
ever have those problems. Let me knock on something. But if we do, I know discipline and then look, Dr. McCarter sounds like you. I got the scar. That sound I went through labor. I got the scar for them. I will do what I
You hear me?
they gonna
Yeah.
put y'all in big
And
people
that's
jail
worse
about
for
these
That's
what you
all
children.
put
You
through
talking
good.
about you
16
got the
hours of
car.
labor. You heard what I
She
said?
talking about I'm pissed thinking about it. I'm getting
You
out of
hear
here.
me? Exactly. But before we get out of here,
Okay.
I got something to say.
Oh gosh.
Oh
Got something to
Lord.
say.
Are these hold on? Are these your final thoughts? If
These
so,
are
I'm
my
coming.
final thoughts.
Okay, I'm coming to you first. Final thoughts. Yes.
Now let mine be the last thing. Go to everybody else.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna say mine so last.
Kane, final thoughts. Going to you
Man,
first. This is scary,
I
y'all.
don't have none. I don't have none. I'm waiting for girl Pam 5,000.
Because
I don't
this
have none.
is she wants the final thoughts. This is a scare.
Yeah.
Okay, Lady Cat. Thank you, Tarsha. Lady Cat, final
Final
thoughts.
thought. The little crazy white man is gonna die in his home because he ain't going to jail.
Dang.
One.
That's real.
Final thought. That little girl that thought she was gonna run up on a grown up got her ass whooped and it went viral and she ain't gonna never live that shit down because not everybody's gonna try to test her. You
Mhm.
did.
For real.
And oh boy, that can't nobody tell his son nothing that's of a female gender. Baby, you're gonna have to get your own compound. You're gonna have to give him a job. You're gonna have to give him a house. You have to do all that. But that little boy or boys, however many it is, that has that mindset, they're gonna be pedophiles because you ain't gonna get a grown woman in 2023 and beyond to fall for that bullshit unless they're gonna be weak like this woman that got this man in her house that's telling her everybody
That's
need
right.
counseling at this
That
point.
Edie did it first.
That little bit of time.
Everybody need counseling because
Everybody.
ain't
Yeah.
way. You understand what I'm saying? I remember my grandmother telling me, baby, if you look over at him and you want to smother him with a pillow, it's time to go. That bitch be good as gone.
Damn.
Fucking with me. He good as gone. Those are
All
my
right.
final thoughts, and I stand on it and fuck whoever is against it.
Jonathan,
Back to
final
you.
thoughts. What is wrong with you people?
Oh, well,
Y'all is,
they on one. They on one.
yeah, like
Uh,
I don't know what I. Yes,
but
go ahead.
yeah,
Final
I
thoughts.
agree with everybody else. Final thoughts. In the word of Martin Lawrence, punks jump up to get beat down. And
You understand what I'm saying?
if the young lady was practicing on her art, she could see in the dark. So that along with ladies, stop letting these lame ass niggas leave they meat in you, so you don't end
I'm
up
talking
in a
about what?
situation. So you don't end up with no bullshit like this nigga don't want nobody but me and the discipline his kids and shit. So that's that. On top of anything else like that shit, just live your life. If you feel the need to slap shit out of an old white person, do it. We deserve one right now.
I cannot believe he just said that. I was
uh,
not expecting that. What the hell?
real nigga shit,
I'm
real
talking
nigga,
about line
real
their
nigga
ass
trap
up.
shit. Yeah, like real nigga trap
Line
shit.
them up.
You going in the grocery store tomorrow? If anything, stop by somewhere and get you some baby powder, and just have it in your pocket and have that little knob at the top already open. And so when you pull that bitch out, they'll think it's a magic trick. And just
I'm
dab
talking about.
a bit in your hand and send they ass to heaven's door. If that's what you
Talking
gotta
about
do.
reach back like Angela Bassett did in that damn limo.
Or just like
Quit
that.
playing.
Just like that. And look them right in their face and say, if you die, I kill you.
Hey.
But yeah, those are my ending thoughts for the night. Godspeed and blessings
Disclaimer.
to y'all.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, you
If
better
any of
disclaim
you,
that one.
yeah,
You better
if
disclaim
any of
that
you
one.
motherfuckers go out there and sprinkle baby powder in your hand and slap the shit out of old white man and go to jail, don't come on here looking for us. Somebody they told us to do it. No,
Jonathan,
Look
disclaimer.
here.
Jonathan, hold up, hold
Cause
up.
soon
You
as
know
I
what?
wake up in the morning and look on KSLA 12 to see somebody really did it, I ain't gonna do nothing but go and and flip my
You
phone
know
over and
what,
go back to
Jonathan?
sleep.
I want to slap one. I want to slap one that already got the shakes. I'm gonna slap one that's like this.
Oh yeah. So they do that double
Yeah.
tremble before they hit the ground. Yeah, they do that double tremble before they hit the ground. Yeah, that's the best ones right there.
It is
If you gonna
something
slap you a
wrong with
motherfucker,
y'all.
yeah, one right there.
Did Kane
One right
say?
there. The one that stand up there and they doing their little shake like they on some
Yeah.
good sheetrock crack. And then they just looking at you and then they look at you and say, you motherfucker just go
He look
wow.
like you want to say something. Look like you want to say something. Slap the shit out of
Indeed.
He was teasing
Indeed.
me.
Well to go. Well to go.
My final thoughts before we get to Girl Pam from Mr. Johnson. The Great American Cleanup is this weekend. Take some young folks, join a group to help beautify somewhere, anywhere in this city. Sweet Poke, become Sweet Poke for real, because Sweet Poke needs a good cleanup. And last but not least, on the teacher situation, I'm not that motherfucker. And none of my teacher friends are that motherfucker. If you think you bad enough to step to any adult that knows A.B. Burton, you gonna get your ass whooped. I don't care if you 18 to 80, dumb, cripple, or crazy. 3 to 4 in a car seat at the door. If you step to anybody that I personally know and put your hands on them, you gonna get your ass whooped. Okay.
Just know, Lady Cat is with the shit. I'm with the
You
shit.
hear me? Know that my next final thought is this. I come to you all very sincerely when I say this.
Stop. Because I was saying, I was over here crying. Stop.
He was
You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't. Not today. Not today. You ain't shit.
Okay, my bad. Back to where I was. Let me get myself together. Hold on, straight face. Seriously. I can't take myself seriously. Go ahead, girl. Watch her put me.
Oh, we.
This is
Oh, we.
okay. Okay, my bad.
You ready? Two things. The only thing I gotta say about the teacher situation is that remember our kids are a direct reflection of ourselves. So you know
Okay.
who your child is even before you get that call or before you go to that
Keep
school.
them at home.
So remember who your child is before you go up there acting a fool. You
Keep
know
them at
what your
home.
child will and will not do before you ever even step foot on that campus. So don't go up there acting a fool if you know how your child acts with you. Second, and one of the most important things of today's podcast
Hold
is
on.
this coming weekend, April 23rd.
April 23rd,
2023.
2023.
Will be a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority.
Woo, 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 woo. 20 years paid uninterrupted. Go on, put it.
Uninterrupted service. So this is a shout out to my line sisters of Infinite. We are so proud to be members of Delta Sigma Theta, and I am a proud member for 20 years of uninterrupted
Come on,
paid
come on,
financial
girl.
service.
Toot your horn.
You know
So,
what?
Toot your horn so I can
Word.
slap your ass.
you hear
That's
me?
a,
Oh Lord. Here we
that's the
go.
one. That's the
So,
one right there.
Infinite Six, I am the invincible, as they call me in Delta
That's
land. But shout out to my
uh,
line sisters, Eris, Bridget, Jerica, and Alex. And of course, my sweet line sister Jessica, who is no longer with us, but she will always be in our hearts. So know that I love you guys.
Congratulations, girl Pam.
Thank you. And
congratulations.
I thought,
Happy early
Congratulations on your
what?
20
I
years.
Baby,
thank you. I thought somebody was going to remember and say
I
something
remember
about
the
it.
day. I do for the day. I didn't my bad. That is my
Yeah.
fault, but I promise to
Oh,
God I
it's,
won't forget on another podcast that I didn't bring it out there because I can't spank on the ass.
oh, Jesus.
I just want to say happy Delta anniversary. Uh Infinite Six. We love you all. Hopefully we'll see you all sometime, but not this weekend because it's going down in the Grove. We getting out this motherfucker. We gonna celebrate this damn weekend. It's going down. We gonna also, I'm sorry, Saturday, from noon to 2 o'clock p.m. I will be on the LGBT LMLP, whatever them letters are, panel at
The
the
alphabet.
hell with y'all. Yeah, the alphabet panel. I will be no seriously. I will be on the panel at LSUS right here in Shreveport, speaking on the LGBT community and with the youth. If you can join us, please join us. The tickets are on Eventbrite, I believe. I think the tickets are free to the public. Don't quote me on that. So please join us. Thank you for your kindness and your support as always. And before I get out of here, I just want to say,
Hey,
oh,
hey, babe. Hey, babe. Hang up.
oh,
Hang up. Hang up. Hang
deuces.
up. Hang up. Hang up. Hang up. Get off these folks' things. Get off these folks' things. Hang up.
Hey, before I go though, next Wednesday,
Oh
we
shit.
have a special guest. Make sure you tell all your friends and tune in. We have a woman that has reached out to me. I've known her for the majority of her life. There was a situation involved. I will be posting the link at Tyler College. Is it Tyler? Texas.
College.
Texas Community College. Anyway, in Tyler, Texas, a situation went down. She was accused of some embezzlement and fraud, and she and her son, and she is here to tell her story right here live, 7 o'clock p.m. next Wednesday. You do not want to miss this shit. Words out of her own mouth. First interview. She has not spoken on this since 2019. We're gonna do it here live. I'll see you guys then. Peace.